2020 is upon us, and OnPassive is coming out of the gates with a roar. They're coming out extremely fast. And I want to get into what's happening today with OnPassive. Before I do that, the last couple of videos that I've done, the powers to be really wanted me to take them down. And as you all know, if you've followed me, I really don't pull any punches. I tell you exactly what I'm thinking, what I believe is going to happen. And it's not that they disagree with me. They would just rather that I underpromise and overperform. And it's not that I disagree with them. I just get excited about OnPassive, and I want you all to know everything. But today, I want to go over what's happening in OnPassive today. I want to stay very, very conservative. And believe me, you will get excited about what OnPassive is doing and what's going to be happening in the very, very near future. I'm Mike Ellis, by the way. OnPassive today, I sent an email out to all the GoFounders in OnPassive. And the GoFounder position is the early bird position. It locks you into the company of OnPassive, locks your position in. It's a very, very good place to be. If you can afford the $97, I would recommend that you do that. Pay the $97 and lock yourself into the matrix of OnPassive. But what they've done today is they sent us an email telling us that the back office for the GoFounders is about to change. And OnPassive has spent tens of thousands of dollars, maybe as much as $100,000 on this site. And it's going to be extremely cool. The technology involved with the update of the back office for the GoFounders, it's absolutely awesome. Everybody that's a GoFounder right now is absolutely going to love the site. But it is a precursor to the launch of OnPassive to the world. This has to happen first before we have the launch to the world. Now, after that, Ash Mufareh, he's going to start moving traffic. He's going to start driving traffic for the GoFounders to build their team. This is a really, really big deal. I believe he's going to have great success in building all of our teams. And I'm going to run over to the compensation program very, very quickly and kind of show you what I believe is going to happen in a very, very conservative way. So OnPassive, yeah, they're moving forward very, very quickly. What I'm seeing online right now, and I can't talk about the products, I can't talk about the grouping, I can't talk about the price point that they're putting these products out, but they're very, very good. And if you're paying attention, you'll see some of these things online. But they have started to migrate all the products online on the internet. Again, this is a precursor to launching it to the world. All of this stuff has to be online. It has to be integrated. It has to be tied together. I think all of that is happening now, and I believe the majority of it is done. But as I look at the product line, it's really, really cool what they've done. I can tell you as an affiliate, as an independent reseller of the IT products of OnPassive. Again, OnPassive is an informational technology company. I can tell you that from what I'm seeing, we have such an advantage over the products that are online today. I think it's going to be very, very cool as we look at the product line of OnPassive, the product line of the automated marketing platform. I just think it's going to be extremely advantageous to those individuals that are going to come in and sell the IT product of OnPassive. And when I talk about selling the IT product, because of what OnPassive is doing, because traffic is one of the products on the automated marketing platform, it doesn't matter what skill level you're at. It doesn't matter how long you've been online, whether it's a couple of days or 10 years. Because of what Ash Mufareh, he's the CEO of OnPassive, is doing with his tech team by driving traffic, he is going to build all of our teams over time. And what that bodes for us is that our bottom line is going to improve as OnPassive comes out over the course of the next 3, 6 months, a year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. This is an ongoing thing that will develop over time. And anybody who is in OnPassive today at the Go-Founder position, you are in such a unique position. Obviously, I'd like to expand on that, but I won't. It's just a really, really good place to be if you're looking to really change the lifestyle you're living right now and have that lifestyle that you've wanted for perhaps years, to be able to take care of your family, your friends, and the other things that you want to do. So as we look at OnPassive, it is rolling out. The back office is coming any time now. It could be hours, or it could be in the next couple of days. The product line of OnPassive is migrating out into the online ecosystem, and we are getting ready to really explode with OnPassive. As I talk about the Go-Founder position, as we talk about the product line that's being integrated into the online ecosystem, I want everybody to keep in mind that it's really, really a big deal when you bring someone in, when you share OnPassive with them. Number one, you are changing their lives, even if they don't know it yet. But number two, what it does for your team and what it does for the compensation that you will get, it's a big deal. I can't go into how that will affect you in the long run, but understand that as you build your team, even if it's 1 or 2 people, it's a really, really big deal to your bottom line over time. And one of the reasons is, as you look at what Ash and his team is doing by driving traffic, you could bring in 1 or 2 people, have them on your team, and then as Ash starts driving traffic for us, your team could go from 2 to 4 or 6 or 8. And as Ash continues to drive traffic, and again, these are personal signups that you'll have, as Ash continues to drive traffic, your team will grow exponentially. Not only will your personal signups grow exponentially, but your team overall will grow. All of that will take care of your bottom line. I can't get into how that's going to affect your bottom line because of your growth. It's one of the things they didn't want me to talk about. But I can tell you it's a big deal, and you want to focus on building your team personally. And from there, just really, really good things are going to happen. Now, if you're an individual that can't do that can't bring anybody in, don't worry about it. Because of what Ash is doing, because of the traffic he's going to be driving, it doesn't matter if he brings in customers or he brings in independent resellers, the IT product, doesn't matter. We get paid the same way from them. And again, all of us, we only have 3 positions in our first leg. From there, everything rolls downhill and will literally integrate into the matrix of OnPassive. Over the course of the next year, I believe that millions of people will not only be looking at OnPassive, but will be coming in because the products are superior. And over time, even our customers, the cost of those products will decrease. And over time, perhaps they won't even have to pay for it. So OnPassive is moving forward. They're gaining speed in 2020. And I believe over the course of the next weeks, we're going to get some really, really great information from Ash and his team of techies in Bangalore, 200 strong. And this video really is meant to really, really emphasize that things are starting to move and starting to move very, very quickly. I do want to run over to the compensation program and give you a very, very conservative look at what can be happening in your life in the near future. If we look at this compensation program, it's a 3x10 force matrix. And if we look at the third level, it's 27 people on your team. It doesn't matter how these people get on your team. There are no qualifications in OnPassive. You don't have to do something in order to get paid. Where these first 27 people come from, it doesn't matter. If they come from spillover up or above, if it comes from the individual that's right above you, your sponsor that brings them in, if it's the people in your team that are bringing in additional people, you get paid for them. And once these 27 people move over to the fourth level, which is $900 total, because you have to pay for all membership levels. When you get over to the fourth, it's $900. The third level is $1,700 a month. Again, this is residual income that comes to you every single month. I can tell you because of what Ash and his team is doing. And again, I'm not even going to talk about our team. That's one of the sticking points that I got into talking about our team. This is just OnPassive overall. 27 people, especially for the GoFounders in OnPassive today. It's a very, very low bar. It's not difficult to do that. And whether it takes you a month or 2 or 3 or 4, once you get there, it is $1,700 a month. That's a really, really good base for anybody to start out at. I believe it's a very simple thing to do. I think it's a low bar. I think many, 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 many people will come into OnPassive, and as it launches, will have that day one. But regardless of where you are in the matrix, don't worry about it. Because of what everybody is doing in OnPassive, I believe that 27 mark will be easy to reach. And from there, just use your imagination. There are going to be so many people coming into OnPassive that as these people come in, getting to the 81 or the 243, over time, I believe is going to be happening with just thousands and thousands of people in OnPassive. Another question I've had as we look at the 3x10 force matrix is, if I don't have anybody under me as OnPassive rolls out, so you've brought nobody in, you have no overflow, nobody's come into your team, should I come in at the 25 or should I get in at the $900 level? And my response to that is, as OnPassive launches, and it's one of the reasons I'm talking about this right now, because we're getting closer to that launch. But as OnPassive launches, my thought is, if you can afford it, to always come in at that $900 level. And that's a total for all 4 membership levels, membership level 1, 2, 3, and 4. You have to add all these up, and that will be the monthly fee that you will have. The reason I say that is because if you come in at the higher level, you're going to get that much more traffic that Ash and his team will run for us. The traffic starts at the $125 level, and as you increase the membership level to 3 and 4, the traffic increases with those levels. And if there comes a time when you've come in at the $900 level, and the next month you don't have $900 in there, let's say you've only got $600 in there, it will pay for these first 3 levels, and then from there it will pause the 4th level until there's enough money in here to pay for that level. So if you made $600, the first 3 levels is $400. $200 of that will sit in the $500 level until you have enough in there to pay the additional $300. I believe as OnPassive moves forward, especially for the GoFounder position, that scenario will become rarer and rarer as OnPassive launches to the world and people start coming in as customers and as independent resellers of the IT products. But that's what happens if you come in and you get at the $900 level and perhaps the next month the $900 isn't there. It's not a big deal. They're not going to ask you to come out of pocket. That's why this is self-funding. And I believe over time, being at the 4th level, the $900 level, because of the amount of traffic that you're going to get, if by chance one month you're a little short, that is going to be a temporary situation because of how quickly OnPassive is going to grow, in my opinion. So as we look at OnPassive, we have some very exciting things happening today, January 2020. Those things are just going to increase as we go further into January and into February. This is a process, but the process has begun. We have started the launch. The products are starting to integrate the online ecosystem. and things are happening behind the scenes with the founder position and with the site being upgraded. I believe most of the products, if not all, are ready to go. I believe all the integration is pretty close to being done, and I believe that as this beautiful thing called OnPassive continues the launch, that in this first quarter of 2020, some great things are going to be happening. And everybody, I mean everybody involved with OnPassive right now at the GoFounder position, you're just going to love what's going to be happening. Now, if you're not a GoFounder, you can't afford the $97, do not worry about it. In my mind, you are still an early bird individual coming into OnPassive. Because of the volume that we're going to be doing in OnPassive, again, I think millions of people will be coming in, looking at OnPassive and joining. Even if you come in after all the GoFounders have signed up and you come in under them, guys, you're still in a great position. And believe me, the same things that are happening with the GoFounders, I believe, will happen to you just as quick because of your positioning in OnPassive. Obviously, as OnPassive launches and is filled with the GoFounders, if you're coming in and just coming in at a membership level, you're becoming an independent reseller of the IT products, get in as quick as you can. You obviously want to be as high as you can in OnPassive. It just makes sense. But the independent resellers of the IT products of OnPassive, as you come in, you guys you're golden. Believe me, you're golden because of what I'm seeing happening and because of the number of people that are going to be coming into OnPassive, because of the quality of the automated marketing platform, because of the quality of the products, and because of how Ash and his team has structured it. So that's just a little more conservative outlook on OnPassive. Again, they wanted me to tone it down a little bit, under promise and overperform. I believe that will happen. But get ready. OnPassive is moving at a much quicker speed right now. And from here forward, I just think things are going to continue to increase. And as we get a note from Ash as to the time frame when he's going to launch to the world, I will come on and do another video and obviously share that with you. If you haven't subscribed to the YouTube channel, I always recommend that. We will have more updates. Click the bell on the right, and you'll get notifications as I do more videos. But extremely excited about what OnPassive is doing. I've been right about 97% when I talk about OnPassive and what's happening. So get ready. Things are going to continue to escalate, and from there, yeah, we're just going to have a ball in 2020 with OnPassive. So take care, and we'll absolutely see you at the top. Bye.